Oh hey guys, you're back! Sorry for the pretty much change of things, but yep, we got another cup. And oh boy, this is considered one of the toughest cups. This cup will require everything we need. Actually, what am I thinking of? Like, this one is likely going to drain our ether resource pretty fast. Well, before we get to the bonus ones either. But anyway, onward. For our next one, the Hercules Cup. Also, if you're wondering why I'm not equipping the Fairy Harp, it sucks. It's got good strength, good magic, but it has really crappy range. It's just the shortest range imaginable. It's not something I'd say use.
Nothing to it.
Yeah. These rounds can be consistently tough. Careful. Oh, hi, you. Get out of here. Thank goodness we got a lot of magic. And of course, thanks for beating Boogie Boogie. Cool. Got Graveler, which is much stronger and can make quick work of some of these tougher foes.
Nothing to it.
Yeah. With this one, you want to make sure you have Gravera and Sonic Blade or Ars Arcanum. Strike Raid I wouldn't recommend here. But this one, you want to also be cautious of your leveling. I'd say in the 40s is good. No. Well, we got the time. Shit. If there's the time trial, I would have ignored.
Heal. Wind. Take that. Come on. Come on.
Come on here. Oh jeez. Yep, here's Glide. Whee! Eep! Eep! Goodbye. Yeah, the reason that Cloud's a lot tougher, he has Omni Slash now. Yeah, the reason I kind of rushed him altogether without Chocobo, which is somewhat a good keyblade, but you get a better one at the end. It's not what I'd recommend. I know there's some people who like it, but honestly,
Heal.
I just don't think it's that good.
See ya.
Hey,
See ya.
you. Hold
Force.
do you.
See ya.
Oh, come on, not this.
Come on. Here. That's
Thanks.
the power of the Keyblade.
I mean, not that I need it that much, but yeah. Now it's the final match with Hercules. And we're doing it one-on-one. Mano a mano. Sora versus Hercules. Now this fight is actually pretty different from all the others. Barrel, pick it up,
Take that.
throw it at him.
Let's go.
Oh crap, hi.
Hey, give up yet?
Come on. Let's go.
You're not too bad.
Good. Hi.
Come on.
Oh jeez, hi.
Hey, give up yet?
Come on.
Ow. And just like that, he goes down.
This should help. Oh yeah.
He didn't even have to show off a lot of his moves because he has a head ramming move and a sort of like a energy explosion move.
We're the champs.
Yeah, fear not. And we get the Herc shield for Goofy, which is a very powerful shield, but I like the Dream Shield.
Wow! And I didn't even hold back!
Now I finally know what you mean about strength of heart. Mine comes from Donald and Goofy.
Come again?
If we stick together, we're unbeatable. Not even Hercules stands a chance. With these guys beside me, I'm ready for anything.
But that's not exactly what... Of course. Your friends give you strength. Isn't that right, Phil? The three of you together make great heroes. And as a team, I'm sure you can overcome anything.
Yeah, you bet we can. And we get the Olympia, which is by far. And we also learn the Yellow Trinities, which means we can finally access some of the Yellow Trinities around the world. But Olympia. The Chocobo. Yeah. Very hard right there. Like, see, it sometimes seems to use powerful critical blows, but that's sometimes not really that good. The Chocobo really deals critical blows. I don't see how people like this one, but Olympia, difficult to deflect, capable of inflicting mighty critical blows. This thing, especially with my setup and my level, is amazing. Maybe Yellow Trinity. Let's access it right now. Because just like that, that very block that we were trying to move before was covering the keyhole. And like that, everything is done. Yep, except for a little bit of bonus content, but we'll get to that later. Because before we get to the next part, we got, well, a few quick cuts. As there is at least some treasures we missed, and some treasures we couldn't get with the outglide. And of course, some trinities we can now access now that we have the yellow one. And I've been purposely holding back on some of these. So, let's go exploring. With the glide, we can now glide across to this treasure chest that was all the way over here. Look inside. Well, orichalcum. And if we go in here, we get access to the Tea Party Garden. A part of it we weren't able to reach before. Which contains for us a Flare G in this chest. And in this one, it contains some Dalmatians. And in this one, all the way over here that we can fly to, it contains the Mithril G. Yep, that's it for Wonderland. That pretty much covers then everything in Wonderland. Well, almost everything, except for one thing. So let's proceed to not the jungle, because we managed to get everything already. Well, almost everything. But the Arabian deserts, where this trinity right here awaits us. And by pushing this, it drops us down below. Jumps down below to give us access to, I believe, a new location, which we can access by going in to the relic chamber, I believe. Or not. Oh, actually, it goes into the silent chamber. This is one thing I don't like. It doesn't make sense of how it falls. Oh, it makes us, but you kind of high jump your way to here, so it's kind of like, what? Yeah, but I think you can't high jump to there. Well, guess what? That's what that's for. And for those of you that don't have high jump because you decide to just ignore Monstro. Either way, that one's down. Now to head to some place spooky. By spooky, I of course mean Halloween Town. But remember that pumpkin house that you saw? That, pardon me for lack of getting up here. You saw all the way over there that you're like, how can we get there? Because there's treasures there. Well, now you can, with the power of flight. Which, there's one chest with Dalmatians, another chest with an elixir. There was also those stuff near the gate to Ugi's manor, or where his former manor is, but We kind of trick jumped our way across there, so there's no need for that. Anyway, one batch of treasures left before we make our return trip to Traverse Town. And we know what pirate plundered it. By that I mean this familiar door that you saw. There's Trinity there, and voila, a passage for us with enemies. My God, this place was heavily guarded, but they didn't stand a chance. Anyway, dark matter in one, orichalcum in another. In this one, all the way up here, there is the power of wind, which upgrades arrow to Aurora. Now, our gust of wind can damage anyone we touch, and this one has Dalmatians in it. So, that is all we can get so far. There is really one thing before we can completely get the remaining treasures in the world, minus the clock tower of Neverland. So, yeah, until then, we're gonna head to the next place. So, see you in the next part as we return to Traverse Town.
It's not me!
There's an easy way to solve this. If we all summon our spirits, then we'll know.
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Chirithy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to tell.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
So what now? How do we find out who's behind this?
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the bangles are tied to the power of darkness, or if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What, did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Aced, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I think we're done here. I trust you'll keep us all updated.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
That didn't go as expected.
What's wrong, Ira? This isn't like you.
A lost page. Something's missing from our book of prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and a page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned, that they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I wonder, could this have been the Master's plan all along? To grant the lost page to only one of us?
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you are saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me. And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.